It's a collector on the corner. When we was at the No Name National, there was some nice kids there that had bicycles, and they kind of friendly with that boy, grandson of ours, Chris, and they found out he didn't know how to ride a bicycle. My kids, they just didn't show no interest in bicycles, and then they got talking about they wanted to ride bicycles. So last night when I got off the bus, we went over to the fence and picked them out some bicycles and aired tires up and oil change and got bicycles going. They was trying to learn to ride them. Had training wheels on a couple of them for the littler ones, and Chris had one he was riding around. I decided it'd be easier for him the sidewalk slopes downhill here. But the trouble with this sidewalk, right down this curve, it had about 4 inches of dirt on it. So we shoveled the dirt off, and the reason that dirt being there was the rain would bring the dirt down, it'd go down the sidewalk, go off the end of the sidewalk and down out onto the highway, and I didn't like my topsoil leaving, so I built a dam at the end of the driveway.
And it
sidewalk,
worked.
And it built that up, and what this is real good topsoil. Nice. So I've dug it up and I've carried a bunch of it around back, and we'll go up there in just a second. And I've power washed off the old truck, getting prepared to put a bed on it. And I'm gonna have to get out here and soap and water and wash it. And Debbie's car, I power washed them, but it didn't get all the dirt off very good. Pig coming to see you.
Hi, piggy, wiggy, wiggy, wiggy.
That little piggy?
Yep, I see the
He wants to go root in that dirt pile.
Well, he probably
off
does.
the sidewalk. Yeah, they was all down there a while ago.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, when I opened the door, they run off.
Wow.
Come on this way, honey. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Honey, you ought to pick up your net so the kids don't play with it.
The pigeons is doing real good.
Oh. He didn't hear.
We got about over 100 of them.
Hi, babies.
All different kinds and colors.
Yes'm.
I spent some time putting some racks up on rebars and putting some tomatoes up off the ground, higher off the ground, and fencing it where stuff couldn't get around to the bottom of it. I had some little chickens that was getting in there.
Yeah, there's some tomatoes there you didn't.
Yeah, and there's still some that's been bit on.
Been pecked.
That's for the geese to play in.
Yep, that's the geese's swimming hole.
But there's still a lot of tomatoes in there.
Uh-huh, and a weed.
Yeah. Well, there's not really that many weeds.
Uh-huh.
But I've come up here. There's spots here where there's Bermuda grass.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is use that garden twisty deal and get a bunch of Bermuda sprigs and take them and move them other places where I want grass to grow. It don't cost anything. Anyway, we're gonna walk up to the corner here.
Them nuts falling out of the tree sound dangerous.
What?
Them nuts falling out of the tree sound dangerous.
They're trip hazards for old people.
Yes, they are. Actually makes us go rolling, rolling, rolling.
Rolling down the hill.
Rolling to fall and smash our faces in the dirt. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those doggies rolling. I guess that was a trip hazard for me.
There's no piece of chain link fence.
Yes.
What'd I do with that?
Uh-huh.
I grabbed that, I moved that over.
Uh-huh.
That lets grass grow and the sheep can't eat it down, so.
Uh-huh. Well,
Close.
they made it a little bit.
Yeah, they eat through there.
Uh-huh.
Well, what I got going here, I hauled it up here in my truck.
People, I don't know what he's got going. He's scary.
I've hauled about half a dozen 5-gallon buckets, just good dirt from by the sidewalk up here.
Wow.
And I used that garden claw deal.
Jeepers.
And I dug a bunch of Bermuda grass sprigs. See them there?
Gee, look dead.
Well,
Jeepers. Should have watered them.
See?
Jeepers.
Dug that long, a couple hours.
Jeepers. So, you're...
Then, what I got?
Ashes.
Wood ashes.
Ashes. Ashes.
See, wood ashes.
We all fall down.
Putting that down there for lime.
Or lime. You think if I put some of that on top of my, at my feet, I might start growing? Because I get tired of being a shrimp. I'd like to be taller. Okay.
It's more like good garden dirt.
Oh. What?
What I got here is red clay, and I've killed it.
Uh-huh.
I kill out them bitter weeds that's growing in it. That's all that's growing in it.
I thought you were going to show me your bicycle ring where you were still in. I thought you were going to show me your bicycle ring where you were still in bicycles and hiding them way over here. I still think he is. I think he's got a bicycle ring. Look at, he's hiding bicycles. But I'm sure he's got some logical explanation why he's got bicycles all over.
Well, what I got?
What have you got?
I got a water can. I got a barrel over here full of water.
Do I gotta watch you water all of this?
No, you ain't gonna watch me water everything.
Good.
Well, I planted some earlier, Bermuda, to try to grow up here.
Uh-huh.
And every time it'd poke its little tendrils out of this bird cage,
Uh-huh.
a sheep or something would eat it.
Well, can you blame them?
But I water that real good.
There ain't no grass right here.
No, I know there ain't no grass here. And I got lots and lots and lots of bicycles.
Lots and lots and lots of bicycles. Okie dokie pokey. Oh boy, he's making a bicycle fence for two. You just didn't, never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing. Gonna keep my mouth shut for 2 seconds. Now, what the blue blazes are you doing? Oh, he's acting like he's got a bicycle rack for parking his bicycles.
I'm gonna put bicycles all the way up through here.
So, in other words, the sheep are gonna be riding bicycles all over.
No, that's to keep them sheep from eating that day.
Oh, they'll just start riding
and
bicycles.
after I get done, and that gets established.
You know, do you ever stop and think about all the work you make for yourself because
after that
you're a
gets
bozo?
Yeah, I know. After that gets established,
Yeah, it'll look like
I'm
this.
gonna hang them bicycles on this here fence.
Oh.
See?
Yeah.
I got 6-foot chain link fence all the way around this 3 acres.
Yeah.
There's no bicycles on this fence back here.
Yeah.
And I have got hundreds of bicycles, folks. Literally. A couple hundred bicycles.
Yeah, I don't know why you're bragging.
Well, because I didn't got no money in them.
Well, I don't care.
But
sometimes something free, there's no reason to take it.
Well, it saves them from being turned into Chinese whatever. But anyway, so that's...
Well, don't we go to Walmart and buy that Chinese whatever?
It is pretty labor intensive. But as far as output of taking money out of my bell pole and spending it to get some grass growing and do stuff, it hasn't cost me anything but just labor.
Okay, well, I'm going to be the voice of negativity. Don't you need to clean in front of your the shop and the store?
Yeah, I sure do.
Can't this here work be better used for trip hazards and you know, to clean up the front of the shop and the store?
Part of this was twofold. Over where I had them bicycles stacked up like that, the grass has grown way up. And if you look, the sheep have ate everything down. So I'm moving them bicycles from over there to over here, and the sheep can graze there.
And haven't I told you that you have too many sheep? You need to get rid of some of them?
Yeah, I'm going to sell some sheep.
I've heard that now for 6 months, people.
But anyway, so...
I am the voice of reason. And the reason is because you ain't got a head on you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now, you know your parts and your mechanical stuff. And
it's just old sterile red
that's
clay.
Okay. It's going to be that way.
They bulldozed back here.
It'll be that way after we die.
They bulldozed back here before we ever got this corner, and they have scraped the topsoil off. Or loosened it up with a bulldozer, and it's washed downhill. There's none but this is just subsoil. It's kind of a yellowish red clay subsoil right here. We're gonna go around here.
Oh, I'm sorry, people. I thought this was better. Oh, there's his truck. Oh, not the garden.
My freight tables.
What are they in prison for being bad?
What happened is something was eating them up as quick as they come off out of the ground. So I put these cages around them.
Yeah, I see.
And then something was still eating them as soon as they stuck their little tendrils outside of the cage. They was getting ate off. So I built this fence around the outside edge here. And I've set these traps. And so far in these 2 traps here, I've caught 1 rabbit and 2 rats. Pack rats.
Pack rats.
But what happened in pack rats is we had 4 weeks of drought.
Yes.
And there was cattle over there had that ate to the ground. And our sheep had everything ate down.
Yeah.
But if you look right there inside this garden, there's still a little bit of green here, and I was watering, and the rabbits and pack rats all come to here because of food source.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, that's how come I was, did them that way. And my beans are growing. And I use them rebar for bean poles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm well supplied with rebar.
Mm-hmm.
I was just at an auction. There's a big pile of this rebar right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted it. And I bid on it some, and that guy wound up buying that big bunch of rebar for $200.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy it. A few months later, I'm at a sale, and this guy's selling stuff, and that same big pile of rebar, he'd moved it 100 miles closer to where we live, was at that sale. And I buy it for $100.
Wow.
Trailer load.
Even cheaper.
4 foot, 6 foot pieces mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer load of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this friend of ours, neighbor, lives down the road here about 6-7 miles. He'd bought a great old big bush hog.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something. He said, I see you got your trailer with you. I said, yeah. And he said, well, what do you charge me to haul my bush hog over to your house? I'll send my boy or a tractor to get it. And he can just put it right on the back tractor and go. And I said, I won't charge you nothing. I said, but I got to load my stuff first. He said, well, I'll help you load your stuff. So poor old Leroy. He's about half a dozen years older than me. And I pulled my trailer over that rebar and I start loading this Leroy. And it's thrown in a big pile like pickup sticks, you know, like they dumped it up a dump bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't just pick it up, you got to pull it out and work through it. See, here's some of it here. Here's some of the taller pieces.
Mm-hmm.
They may be 8 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's helping me unload this rebar up.
Uh-huh.
And I want to stop and rest real bad. And it's hot. But there's old Leroy. He's helped me load. So I don't stop and rest till that poor boy finally, he said, I can't do no more. And he went over in the shade and sit down. I just kept right on working. And I wanted to sit in the shade too, but I was just being ornery.
What are these days you're honoring?
Directly,
you're
he got
honoring.
back up. When I was down to
This is gonna kill you.
the last 20 pieces, he got back up and helped me load them. Now some of this corn is done.
Uh-huh.
And some of it just doing this, but I planted out, and then there was a drought. I'd plant, and it wouldn't come up, or something would eat it, or whatever. It didn't make no difference. And I don't know why. But right here, these 2 rows here, I've planted them.
Planted them, nuts and gross.
What?
And same story.
Wait.
I heard that story.
I got beans.
You're turning this into a soap opera.
Well, I got beans
I
to
know. I
pick.
see your beans. And
See?
Uh-huh. We'll
Look,
pick them.
see all these beans?
We'll pick them later.
See them beans?
Yes, I see them.
Could you get through here without stepping on that vine?
No. So I'm gonna.
Well, we're going to do a walkabout. If I watered this, it wouldn't have made it. Right there. Look.
Oh, you got some good.
Cantaloupe.
Yeah, good size cantaloupes.
There's 2 more cantaloupes.
They look pretty good.
Oh.
Oh, I see
Here's
your.
a watermelon. See the watermelon?
Yeah, I see that pumpkin too. That pumpkin's doing great.
That's not the one you want to see.
Oh, that's not the big one.
No. That's a little pumpkin.
That's a little pumpkin.
These cucumbers down here, this year cucumbers didn't do good.
Aw.
Right there's blooming, little cucumber.
Well, no wonder you got it right. You got it right next to a rat's house. Yep, I see that pumpkin.
Okay. Look, there's another cantaloupe.
Yep, I see your cantaloupe. Ouch. Cantaloupe tonight. Dad's got the car. Whoa!
Look at that pumpkin.
Whoa!
Over there to the left, there's a little one.
Whoa, Nelly boys.
Showing you
Yeah.
right.
Yep, I see it.
That's growing good.
Yeah, that. What'd you do to it? Give it some gas?
No, just watered it. See, there's another cantaloupe coming up.
Yeah.
There's a squash that
You missed?
I should have picked before.
Yep.
There's a lot of squash to be picked.
You let it go too
And
long.
see them beans on them?
Yeah, I see them pole beans. I don't like pole beans.
Okay, I got one last story I want to tell.
Okay, tell your story.
I was having fun today.
You're having fun today.
I went out after we got the kids off to school,
Uh-huh.
and I did all my morning chores, fed the rabbits and chickens and pigs and all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I come back in, and I was sitting there.
And the lions and tigers and
I was
bears, oh
sitting there
my.
taking a little break,
Uh-huh.
and the phone rang. And there's some kind of Medicare sign up or enrollment period or something going on.
Mm-hmm.
And we get these calls from all these people, and they're
All,
in India, and you can barely understand
all the
them.
time. All the time.
I mean, if a phone call comes, it's just as likely to be one of them people as anything else. So, phone rang, and it was a woman. I could understand her good, sounded like American. And she starts in telling me about this new enrollment period, and I may qualify for all these benefits, blah, blah, at absolute no cost to me and all that. And I said, before you go any further, let me interrupt you. I said, I quit. When I turned 65, I went down and I turned down Medicare. I didn't have it. I don't have Medicare. And she said, well, I'm going to switch you over to one of our people anyway. So she switched me over to one of these all-poos, I guess from India. And the first thing he asked me, he said, how are you? And I told him, I said, well, I'm happy to be alive, glad to be here. And I guess he'd never heard that before. He said, what? I said, happy to be alive, glad to be here. And he said, huh? And I said, it's a lyric from a Traveling Wilbury song. Oh. And then he starts in telling me this and that. And I said, no, I don't have Medicare. I just got Part A. I don't have Part B. And he said, well, you still might want to, we can sell you at a good rate, this supplemental blah, blah. He says, we got a dental deal. And I told him, I said, why do I want a dental deal? I don't have any teeth. And that he got silent for a minute, and then he started in about some health stuff. And I told him, I haven't been to a doctor. I'm 73, and I haven't been to a doctor since I was 61 years old. And the only reason I went then was because I had to get a health card to drive a truck. And I don't need that no more, so I haven't been. And he's going on, and I said, I don't plan on ever going to a doctor again until I take the dirt nap. And I got a kick out of him, and he started laughing and this and that then when I told him that. And I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, I said, I'm going to say goodbye and good luck to you, and you have a nice day. And he was still laughing when I hung up the phone. But anyway, one other thing I want to talk about for just a little bit. There's a video guy, YouTuber. He's quite a bit younger than me, and he's not healthy. He's got MS. He still gets out and does stuff. It's called College Hill Farm. And he was a physics teacher. I think he taught physics in high school and college both. Anyway, and he's over there in Kentucky, about the same climate as we got here, and he can't do a lot on the ground like I do. He can't bend over and stuff. But he's still doing stuff rather than just sitting around doing nothing. Said, I got MS and I can't do nothing. And the first rule of physics is that you cannot take something, matter, any matter, and you can't take something and turn it into nothing, or you can't make something out of nothing. That's why perpetual motion or free or a win-win situation don't exist. You get out what you put back into it. However many units of energy you put in something, you're going to get out that many. You're not going to miraculously create more. So all this stuff you see people talk about, this, that, and other, you know, it's all a scam. If it don't pass the first law of physics, it's not going to make it. But that guy's quite a philosopher, and he goes on about stuff like conspiracy theories. People say, well, the bees is all dying, we'll have a massive crop failure. Well, bees are not native to the USA. He tells that. They wasn't here, they come with European stuff will grow. I haven't hardly seen any honeybees here at all. I seen some down there on that catnip early this spring. But there ain't enough honeybees around here to pollinate diddly. And stuff gets pollinated. So, what I try and do, and what I've been doing a lot of, is do projects and things that I can do that don't cost me any money out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Just like these pumpkins and that.
Except for honeydew jobs, he don't do them.
Debbie saved the seeds out of the kids' Halloween pumpkins.
Yes.
She saved them and dried them and put them in a jar and poured them in and everything. And I went and got them out. And of course they wasn't, all of them didn't come up, but half of them came up. Mm-hmm. And the same way with them cantaloupes and watermelons and stuff in there, we didn't buy them seeds. Them seeds we have saved.
Yes.
And my corn.
Yes.
I go through this corn, and I would love it if I could grow enough corn to feed all my livestock. But I don't.
Go to Illinois and get you a corn farm.
Yeah. But what I do, I grow this corn.
Indian corn.
It's Indian corn.
Yes.
And it's done. Uh-huh. And this is the year that's white.
Well, you need to pick it before the rats eat it all. Or the squirrels.
See, this year here is done. There's a bean growed up that corn stalk.
Yeah, and you just...
That's what I intended.
You just probably killed it, didn't you?
See, this in here's different.
But that looks...
Well, it's spotty.
Yeah.
It was drought when it was blooming and making. See, and it didn't make any corn there. Nothing ate that.
Yeah. I just said
okay.
I just said it looks spotty.
The way you tell when it's done,
it fell down.
When it falls down like this.
Yeah, falls down. Now I want you to know, when I trip and fall, that don't mean I'm done.
Oh, okay. That means you just did it.
That means I tripped and failed.
See this here ear?
Mm-hmm.
How it come out?
Uh-huh.
See how it didn't do nothing down there?
Yeah.
Because it was drought.
Yeah, the drought got it.
It didn't have enough.
Mm-hmm.
But there's several stalks in there that grew a lot taller.
Yeah.
And have 2 or 3 ears on them.
Yeah.
See, there's one that's ready. It broke down.
Yes. Okay.
I saved them for seed. And I shell that, after they get good and dry, I shell that off and I put that in a bucket with diatomaceous earth and coat them real good with diatomaceous earth, and that keeps the weevils off of them. But I'd love to be able to grow enough corn to feed my animals, but I don't. I have to buy corn.
Done told you what to do.
See?
You got to decide what you want to be.
This here got a little bit of mold on it, but that's a red ear.
Mm-hmm. Red, red,
red,
red, red, red rum, red rum.
And about all, this little corn patch is going to do for me, give me enough seed for next year.
But if you'd have saved your seed, you'd still have enough seed for next year because you never used your seed today. This year, or whatever.
But I'm always thinking about stuff.
Oh gosh.
That tree, big lava, split up. See that there where I've sawed it up?
Yep, I see it.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that elm down.
That's
Move
an
that
elm.
row of cars.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna move this on over another 30, 40 feet.
Well, why don't you put your van right
well,
here,
I'm gonna move it.
and then you can
get
watch
that.
your garden.
See that tree over there? Come here.
Yeah, I see that tree
No,
over
the
there.
furthest tree.
Yeah, I
You'll
see.
come where I'm at, they can see it.
Oh.
Right up in front of that old caprice right there,
Yeah.
there's a big walnut tree.
I know, I was pointing
I'm
at
gonna
that.
get over to the edge of that walnut tree.
I was pointing at that
And I'm gonna
tree.
subsoil around them 3 walnut trees that's there.
Yeah, cut them down.
And pull them up out by the roots.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna make this garden spot bigger. I'm gonna square it up. I'm gonna take that elm out. I'm gonna square it up. I'm gonna make it to where it's about an acre. It's probably about less than a half acre now.
Oh, jeepers.
So I'm gonna make it to where it's about an acre. Different stuff I don't kill, like this poke salad.
Poke
And I
salad,
call
Annie.
that hop clover.
Mm.
And this right
Gator's
here
got your
is
granny.
wild lettuce.
Yeah, wild lettuce.
Yeah, and you can take that and make a tincture out of it.
Uh-huh.
And that tincture is more powerful than morphine.
All right. How come you haven't made any?
Well, I just learned about it on YouTube.
Well,
It's one of the things I've learned on YouTube.
you're the one that was hurt real bad from stepping on a nail, so...
Yeah, I've got a bad foot from stepping on a nail.
so,
And it
so-
ain't. I soaked it in Epsom salt
But
last
you
night.
didn't go
and
to
it
the
didn't help.
doctor.
No, I didn't go to the doctor.
Uh-huh.
No.
And you didn't get your tetanus shot.
No, I ain't had
I
tetanus.
got one the last time I went to the doctor, so I'll be sure and not get
Well, you go to the doctor.
lockjaw.
But old corn is pretty much.
God, can you imagine him with lockjaw, him not being able to talk? His head would blow up.
See, kernel fell on the ground.
Well, stop it. You're feeding the mice.
I'll just leave it there. It still
I
needs
know.
to dry some more before I put it up.
Well, then why did you mess with it?
Well, I've seen them Vietnamese girls do that
Oh.
on them videos. They go through that cornfield
Uh-huh.
and they peel them down like that.
Yeah, but they don't have any mice and rats.
And they break that stalk off like that. Then they come back and pick it a few days later.
Ah.
But I've seen them doing that over there. They grow enough to feed their pigs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But you know they have that growing season where they can plant 2 rows of crops at the same time.
Okay.
But anyway, I guess that's all for today, Debbie. She keeps giving me these looks like, quit your yakking and
Yeah.
say goodbye and good luck to
Yeah,
y'all.
quit your yakking. I'm going to look at that pretty purple flower.
Yep, that's bloomed before and the rats and stuff eat it.
Okay. Goodbye and good luck to you. And y'all have a great day.
Yep. And
And-
this is just a video from the garden and all that. There ain't a whole lot to do on it, but I put that old hay in there.
He wanted to show off his big pumpkins.
Yeah, I wanted to show that big pumpkin off. Debbie hadn't seen that pumpkin.
No, I hadn't seen the pumpkin.
And I told her I got a big pumpkin.
I don't come in his garden because he might accuse me of being a rat or a rabbit or something and chase me off.
It's at the far corner of our 3 acres, and she don't like walking that far.
No, I just don't see no reason in having one way up here. Just for I can see where stuff has crawled through the fence. Probably humans coming in here and checking out your stuff.
Well,
I don't figure it's Sasquatch.
what it was, I got up here and subsoiled this.
Uh-huh. But
And when I
anyway,
subsoiled it, I realized it was a good sandy, loam soil
yes.
instead of red clay.
we understand
So
that.
I thought, well, I'll get
So
my
anyway,
tillers up
y'all
here
have a
and
great
plant.
day and goodbye and good luck to you. And thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and comment below. And if you want to tell Randy he's a bozo, I'll let you go for it. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Bye.